Elf Yuri, except one of them is high fantasy and the other is one of Santa's. This is probably the cutest piece of art that I have ever seen. Perfect, 10 out of 10, no notes. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are going to be returning once again to r/me IRLGBT. I was originally planning on doing a video on like insane people Facebook or something along those lines, but no, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. To be honest, at the moment, everybody knows what's going to be on those subreddits. You know, it's going to be 95% Trump and Elon Musk, and it's going to be entirely how they're passing anti-queer policies. And fuck that noise. I'm not going to be reporting that. I'm not going to be giving them any more attention. For the time being, I'm going to be focusing on pro-queer stuff on this channel. I mean, we'll have stuff not related to queer stuff that's fun, but I'm not going to be platforming anti-queer voices for the time being, even if it's to dunk on them. I'm just going to avoid doing that. So we're going to be focusing on subreddits like me IRLGBT and things like that for a little while. I'm sure there will still be a little bit about the goings on coming up, but I just really don't want to do subreddits like Insane People Facebook right now. I know that those are the popular subreddits that people are here to see, but I think this is just better for everyone's mental health. Also, you might notice that my nose chain is gone. It's only temporary. It will be coming back. We were trimming Hades's claws and he wriggled around to try and escape, grabbed onto anything he could to pull himself out of my arms, and that happened to be my nose, and he cut my nose and broke the chain. So yay. Trimming Maine Coon nails is difficult. Also, very quickly before we begin, I just wanted to mention that as always, I will be live over at my Twitch. God, I've been rambling for so long and we haven't even got into the subreddit yet. I'm sorry, but I stream every Thursday on Twitch, so go check it out. It's always a good time. Other than that, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? I saw someone use necronym instead of dead name, and OMG, that's so cool. What? I think we should all start using necronym. I think that's pretty dope. I think that's a really cool word to use. Necronym. Yes, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Damn, she's a bad bitch. Oh, they're non-binary? My bad. Damn, they're a bad person. It's funny how what's a compliment sounds more like an insult when you make it non-binary. Well, to be fair, like bitch is an insult, but when you say bad bitch, it's meant to be a compliment, right? But if you said like bad man, it would also be an insult. Basically, bad bitch is the only way it's used that isn't. Hard for me to see gender as biological if it requires a police state to enforce it. I agree. Now, this is like the maximum we're gonna have of talking about the Trump and Elon, but like they really love to argue how much, you know, there's only two genders and it's biological, meh. But if you need to enforce it by law, it's a little bit more fluid, isn't it? Like if people can break that law, doesn't that prove it? Look, man, HRT isn't gonna turn you into your waifu or like 1% top OnlyFans girls. You're gonna look like your mother, and that's fine. She's a very beautiful woman. It was a pleasure to make her acquaintance last night. Oh, this is the most trans-inclusive slam dunk your mum joke I have ever seen. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I do find it funny. I find inclusive dunks really funny. I don't know why. There's gonna be at least one other of those in this video. They're just really funny because it's like you're dunking on a person, but you're doing it respectfully, you know? People are more likely to regret having children than gender-affirming surgery. Study. I fully believe this. I think a lot of people regret having children, especially in the current economy. It's a difficult thing to do. It's a costly thing to do. It's a time-consuming thing to do. And a lot of people are pressured into it by society without actually really knowing what it fully entails. So it doesn't surprise me that people regret it. Unlike trans surgery, which, you know, might be costly and might be, I wouldn't say it's time-consuming, but, you know, you'll be out of action for a little while afterwards. But, like, people don't go into trans surgery uninformed. People do go into childcare uninformed. People are more likely to be uninformed about having kids than they are to go into trans surgery, which I think is a huge factor in why less people regret having the surgery than having a child. But I'm sure that if we educated people on both, if people were very well educated on exactly what both of these things entail, that number would decrease because more people that actually want to do it would be doing it. It's almost like education is a good thing. Crazy, I know. Next time you see someone who hasn't filled in their DIY pride flag, help them out by coloring it in for them. Oh, yeah. I can only imagine the shade of red that the person whose car this was turned when they saw what had happened to their thin blue line flag. The absolute, I don't know what you call them in America, but in the UK we call them gammon, which is, you know, like the classic Brexit fat bald man who a bright shade of reddish pink when angry. We call them gammon here. What's the American equivalent of gammon? Let me know at home. Buy your trans girlfriend a prom dress and absolutely destroy her in it because she missed out on that experience. Alternatively, have really quick lousy sex for realism's sake because we all know that's the experience they really would have had. It's stupid, but it's funny. It's stupid, but it's funny. If that doesn't sum up my channel, I don't know what does. Why do you make everything about politics? Because they made my existence political. Yeah, pretty much. It's hard to not talk about politics when just talking about who you are is considered political. That's not your fault. If you are trans or queer or anything like that, and people have a go at you for always making it about politics when you're just talking about who you are, that's on them. Don't stop. Don't stop being you. Make other people make room for you. You don't have to make room for what they think you should be or who you should be. Make them make room for who you are. It shouldn't be political to exist. Wow, I feel like shit. I should do something about this. Well, this helped, but turns out I've got other mental issues going on. I'm just gonna gloss over the fact that the first slide looks concerningly like me. I'm just gonna gloss past that. We're gonna ignore that. We're glossing over that fact. Moving on. Elliot Page has officially been cast in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Oh, fuck this. He is truly one of the worst fucking actors of my generation. I thought he would maybe get better now that he is the person he was always meant to be, but he's just stayed fucking awful. Did we reach peak trans inclusivity? Did you hear that? Elliot Page transitioned. I wish he would transition to being a better actor. Oh. You know when I said dunking on someone respectfully? This is exactly what I meant. I find this hilarious. I personally don't really have a problem with Elliot Page's acting. Like, he's been in a few various shows and films that I've enjoyed in the past. Not all of them were bangers, but like some of them, sure. But it's the inclusive dunking that I'm here for. No, as a trans person, please criticize your trans friends' names within reason. I almost named myself after a fucking Minecraft mob when I first came out. Kid named Snow Golem. No, but I really want to know what Minecraft mod. Excuse me, mister. I don't know if that was caught on camera. That was really loud. But no, I really want to know what Minecraft mob they were going to name themselves after, because that's hilarious. But also, not to be that person, but non-binary people are very similar. And I've noticed that non-binary people like naming themselves after concepts and inanimate objects more than like human names. I'm not going to elaborate, but I've known multiple non-binary people who were named after like objects. But you do you, you know, you do you. That's not my place to complain. However, if you are going to name yourself after a Minecraft mob, then maybe you do need some friends that are going to talk to you and go, is this really what you want? Is this really what you want? This dude tries so hard to make anti-trans comics, but just makes trans stuff look cool as fuck. I've seen this guy's comics a lot, and yeah, he does this quite a lot.
The future is genderless. With science, biotechnology, AI, robotics, we will transcend oppressive gender roles and truly be free.
That's dope as heck. Everything about this, the aesthetic, the idea of transcending gender roles, even just the look of the person, like the piercings and the hairstyle and stuff, they look dope. Is this meant to be anti-trans? Because the artist sucks at making anti-trans propaganda. And the final post. Trans guy who doesn't realize he's turning into a werewolf because he assumes it's just normal side effects of starting testosterone. Trans girl who doesn't realize she's turning into a vampire because she assumes it's just normal side effects of starting estrogen. I want this TV show. Someone make this happen. Netflix? Maybe not Netflix, but someone make this happen. You know what? You know who would nail this actually? Channel 4. The people that did like Black Mirror and Humans and like End of the Fucking World and those shows, they would nail this show. Channel 4, please make a show about a trans vampire and a trans werewolf who don't realize they're being turned. Please, I actually want to watch this. But that is where I'm going to end the video, everybody, so I hope you have enjoyed. This was a fun one. I'm gonna try and focus on some more fun content for a little while because I think everybody needs it. Everybody needs it right now. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then please do click the link down below to either my Patreon or click the join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. My ring light is dying, so I'm gonna have to replace that. I'm just waiting on payday, but hopefully I'll have better lighting after I do that. Better than just the cheap ring light I had. But if anybody wants to contribute to me getting a new ring light, feel free. But again, don't feel like you have to. I'm gonna get a new light regardless. A huge, massive special thank you to all of the people that do support the channel though. All of your names are on screen. You are all amazing, wonderful people, and it genuinely means so much, and it genuinely helps so much. So thank you to everybody that does. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.